Okay, today is Tuesday. I think it's the 22nd. Not 100% sure about that, but that's what I'm going with. I have several hives here that I have marked that need some attending. Like this one with the cinder block standing up. Says there's a queen in cage from a cutout. Now this hive was queenless and had a laying worker. Very difficult thing to deal with. I hope I'm not yelling too loud. I forgot and left my podcast running. It's in my ear running with my headphones. And I've already getting my gloves on. I already got my veil on, so I'm not going to stop. I got to get to work. So, this hive here in front of me, angle you down a little bit, says queen is laying a lot, lots of drones, possibly a laying worker. And I didn't think that at first, and then I went and checked another hive, and I had a couple of them that had laying workers. So I'm going to get me a couple of frame tools here. I'm not really going to light a smoker. I usually pay for that, but I'm not going to light a smoker. We'll just see what's going on here. The reason I'm doing this is because I just did a cutout in a house, and I got a basket in there in my vehicle that's crammed full of bees, and I need to put it somewhere, and I'm not sure there's a queen in it. Now there's not a lot of bees in here, so already I'm thinking I'm not going to have much trouble just taking over this hive. Let's make sure there's not any wax moths or anything crazy going on. No brood. There is nectar. Now these bees I just took out of this house is going to need food, because I just took all their food and hive away from them. Nectar. Now there is some capped workers and a larvae and another larvae, but I'm just going to say that's old stuff that hasn't been cleaned out yet because of the numbers of the bees in here. They just gave up. And there is some capped brood also. It might be capped brood that I just put in here. Right now I'm trying to see if I see any eggs, and I don't. Hardly any bees, if you ask me. Just drone brood. No queen anywhere that I see. I'm just going to go ahead and keep looking. Just tell you what, 2 hive tools should do work great. Plus I like to hang on to this one because they're kind of heavy. But while I'm putting this one in, I like to break that one loose with my other hive tool. Still some capped brood. There's some wire right there, and there's a queen cell that I'd put in there before. I know that's not a queen cell. They've built comb over it, so don't get excited. Weird capped brood. All looks like dronage stuff. This hive's just no good. We're just going to say it's no good. If there is a queen in here, she needs to die. And I'm just going to do a quick scan, see if I accidentally do see one that's just a crippled old queen and not doing her job. But this hive better get something done to it, or the wax moths are going to take over and it's going to get bad. And I do see some queen cells there. Oh, and that one actually had some royal jelly in it. But I'm going to tell you, this hive is doomed. I've been watching it, and they are not making a queen. They don't have any abilities to make a queen. Ignore all that cap stuff there. That might be stuff I just added to them that's old. Alright, so I don't see any wax moths. I see food, and I see drawn out comb that these bees will be able to use. So what I'm going to do, you might hear a vehicle running in the background, and it's mine because I have those bees in there, and if they get hot, they die, and they die right now. So as soon as I bring them out here in the sun, since it's 97 degrees, I got to get them somewhere. So this is what I set up. I have a box. I've been meaning to put some metal tape around this. Guys tell me the bees won't climb past that metal tape. And I got a queen excluder. Why a queen excluder? Well, I want to know if there's a queen in here that when I dump these bees in here. So I got a bee vacuum system. Thought that was a metal rod laying in the grass. I was going to pick it up. I got a bee vacuum system, and it vacuums the bees into this container. And it is full of bees. I'm going to say about 6 pounds. I need to build me 2 or 3 more of these, because what's happening is I vacuum too many bees in here and some of them die because they get too hot and too crowded. Put a little tape on here just for emergencies, because that little door is not locked. That's another mod I need to do. See all the sawdust? This is sawdust I vacuumed up, and they're pushing out. Anywhere you lay these down, they're pushing out sawdust. Now, I'm gonna look at my camera and make sure it's still working. And it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give them a little bang to the bottom, and that's going to force them down. I'm going to open the lid and then dump them over here and just see what happens. Bang to the bottom, open the lid. Now see how they're coming out really fast? That tells me there's possibility there's not a queen in here. Now I'm going to dump them in there, and look, when I say there's a lot of bees in there, look at that. That's a lot of bees. And you notice a lot of them are flying out. So where are they going to go? I don't know. I'm hoping they'll go down in here. And I'm hoping the queen's going to stay down in there, because remember, the queen was laying in this colony that I just took her out of. So if she flew, she would have a lot of trouble flying. So if I see the queen, I'm going to grab her and put her in a queen cage. Boy, I tell you what, usually I have quite a few dead from a vacuum, but I've been trying to get better and better and better at that. And usually there's a pile of dead here, but they're not so bad this time. So how am I going to find this queen? Well, I'm looking for some fanning, and I'm looking for her. Now there's fanning going on everywhere. They're all just trying to share each other's odor. Wow, I am very surprised at how little dead bees there are. Matter of fact, I see, you know, like maybe less than 100. I about got my bee vacuum figured out after 20 removals. I think I'd have it figured out, but sometimes I got to increase the pressure on it. But still, a lot of bees in here. If I go ahead and slap this lid on here, they're probably going to stay right there. Now, before I start doing anything here, I am going to just kind of let them settle down and see if I see the queen. Now, it's kind of hard to see down in here because it's shadowed. Oh, there's me a red light blinking on the back of this thing. But that's a lot of bees. Now, why are we not smoking? Well, the reason I don't like to smoke is because that disturbs the odor of the queen. And they're not attacking me. They're just confused. There's no sense of confusing them anymore with some strange odors. There's odors coming out of this hive. And evidently you can see they're not going down in this hive. But I really want, the reason I do the queen excluder, I wanted to see if I had the queen. And I've sat here and stared for this before for 20 minutes. Just seeing what I could see. And I am not seeing her. And I'm not going to sit here and talk the whole time. But what I do, whoop, I just smashed a couple with my hand. I go along here with my hand and I just kind of brush. I know this wall is just a vertical wall, and look at that. I don't do it with a brush. I just do it with my hand. Now I know there's a little lip on this wall here, so I gotta go below the lip. Now let's kind of knock them back down in there to see if they want to go down into this hive. I'm just knocking them down. Now they are starting to work their way back up, but it's letting them get on that wire a little bit and start smelling some of those frames, and I see bees going through the queen excluder. But you know, if that old queen was laying in that hive, she can't get through that queen excluder. She's too big. Should not be able to. Excuse me. I'm just going to kind of I'm going to go all the way around this time, knocking them down. The whole time, I'm going to be looking for that queen. Imagine these were up under somebody's bed and their house. I would say I was just looking for fanning going on, but there's a lot of fanning going on because they're hot and they're trying to let these bees know that's out flying that hey, we're all down here. But I just rubbed them all back off. Now if I see the queen, I'll see if I can grab her. And you notice they're not up on the side here as bad now that I knocked them off. And I'm going to go ahead and give them another little brush and just let them know I don't want them up there. Even along the top. I need to get down inside that hive. That's where I want you. Push them off over here again. If y'all want to go out and fly around and use the bathroom, you can. But I want you down inside this hive. They're out flying and they're on the outside of the box too. I'm not too concerned about them. This is one reason I don't live in city limits. I probably would not do this if I lived in a cul-de-sac in the city limits. I'd be more apt to put them in a hive and open it up slowly and let them crawl out and take their time, but everybody out here has 5 acres, so. And if you look up, there are bees flying around kind of like a swarm. They're all the way down there to those hives, flying around out to my greenhouse. They're flying around here, and heck, they might swarm and go down there to that fruit tree. There's bees all over. And it's all these bees, I would say. Now the other day I did this and I came home and there was a swarm laying on the ground down in my field here. Could have been them, because I never did see a queen. But there's just no telling. But I'm giving these bees a place to live. If they don't want to live in this box, they can go to another one. Just don't want to move inside my house. Oh, I'm starting to get sweat down in my eyes. And I've been working on this removal since about 8 o'clock, and I'm getting a little hungry because now it's about 3 o'clock. Oop, there's a hole in my glove. I start to say I felt bees going across my finger. I'm starting to get a little impatient. So what I could do is go ahead and remove the queen excluder and put these bees inside this hive and come back in a week and see if there's a laying queen. I don't see a lot of bees going in this hive. What I'm going to do while I'm sitting here waiting on these knuckleheads is I'm going to go over to this hive. It says it has a caged queen in it. Sometimes I put the cage, oh I did. I put the cage just sticking out the front door here. So really all I got to do is pry up on the hive a little bit to raise the box up, slide the cage out, and there's a dead queen. So I didn't have any workers in there with her, so no telling what happened there. So this hive's a dud, and it's going to need to be put in the freezer to make sure there's not any hive beetles and wax moths. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do real fast is do a quick inspection on that hive to see if I need to get in the freezer right now, because I really don't see any bees in it. Could have dumped those in here if I'd known this. I don't see any spider web going on, but I know this hive is queenless and it's probably running low on bees just like this hive is over there. I've got another cutout scheduled here in a few days, and this one will probably get those bees. But see, these bees have hauled in a bunch of food, so they're still good and healthy. They're still hauling in food and making wax for me. But there is a laying worker in here. We're gonna have to fix that. But that hive's in no danger of getting wax moths in it right now, so I'll come back to it. And I need to get my marker and mark the top of that and say that I did some work to it. So could the queen still be in the cage? I would think not, because they would be all over this cage, and they're not. So I'm going to put the cage back in the vehicle so I don't accidentally forget it, because that'd be a bummer to get to a job and not have my cage. Like I said, I need to build me about 5 of those things. Not 5 buckets, not 5 bee vacuums, just 5 more of those cages. Now, a little lesson and learning here. What's going on here? You know, this is a dead queen in here, and all these bees are going on it. I could lay it in here like that, and one thing that could occur is the queen will come out here and try to fight with her and show herself. So it's another thing to do. Now all these bees are just fanning. One reason is their queen might not be here. I vacuumed up every bee out of this house. Never did see the queen, although she was there. I just didn't see her. So I didn't get to cage her and do like what I wanted to. So put that cage in there. We'll see if a queen will come out to tend to her, and I might have accidentally killed the queen. When I'm cutting out that comb and throwing it in a bucket, she could have got smashed in between 2 pieces of comb. I never saw her. I think I'm going to quit doing the queen excluder thing. I think I'm just going to start dumping these bees in here and let them go down in there, and then I'll just come back a week later and see if there's a queen inside. I think I would have got more bees down in there, down on the comb, if I didn't have the queen excluder here. Should do like to know if there's a queen in there, but I am hot. Wearing this full suit, it's really hot, and a lot of the bees are up flying. And I'm going to go down to this apple tree to see if they're trying to create a swarm. Boy, they're all in this apple tree. I mean, there is bees all over it from what I just did. No really balled up swarms, just bees all over it, because they're just confused. So I'm hot. I'm too hot. I'm going to go ahead and terminate this. Take this dead queen with me. Take this off. Where's my handles? This is a homemade box. It's made out of a messed up box. There's a lot of bees on here, just in case that queen's on here. And of course I can't get it off. I'm going to bang them in there, and then brush these bees down in there. let these bees just kind of do whatever they want. I'm giving them a home. Let's see if they accept it. Don't do this without full gear on. So we'll just see how this goes. And look at this queen cage again. You know, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of lay that thing there to let people know that, hey, if they want to come play with this queen, they can. We'll see how that works. I'm soaking wet. I'm done. Spent. Put my equipment back in here. I need to clean out a bunch of equipment. Looks like I have 1,000 bees in my van. So people ask me what I do with the bees, and this is what I do with them. This one didn't go as well as I wanted to. Some of them go real smooth. I just did this vacuum, so they hadn't been in the basket all night queenless. I don't like keeping them in the basket any longer than I have to, because they will die. They'll get too hot, even though I take them inside and put them in the air conditioner with a fan. So I'm hoping there's enough of them down in here that they'll start fanning enough odor. I've got the entrance reduced, and I got that queen cage on there. Look at them. So I'm hoping enough of them will come here and go ahead and move into this hive and get things rolling. And that's what I do with my bees for my bee removals. And it's hot. Drive back up to the house. Jump in the house with Comet. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to eat some lunch. And then it'll be supper time here in another 2 hours. And go get some pizza for the fam. I saw my tomato bushes need some watering, so I might ease out here at sunset and do that because I'm hot. And also, yard needs to be mowed. So I might get on the mower and start driving around like a drunk guy. I am going to leave my windows cracked because I got a bunch of bees in here. Let them fly out. Now yesterday I got stung right below the eye. How'd that happen? I took my veil off and there was like 3 bees still around me. 3 bees. Killed 2 of them because they were just angry. And the 3rd one just wasn't going to have it. Right below the left eye. Man, it hurt. And it swelled up. See, like right now, I got a bee here that's just not giving. Doesn't like the camera. So I'm going to keep my suit on and walk away from this van. And since my lights are off, I'm going to go ahead and leave the side door open. Let some air get through there. This outfit I'm wearing is pretty sweaty. It's about time to change it out. See if I still have my shirt on. Yep, I do. Well, today I went and vacuumed bees out of somebody's house. A lot of bees. And this hive right here was queenless and low on numbers and had a laying worker. So how do you fix a laying worker? Usually I just terminate the hive and start it all over because it's difficult. But I decided to dump all the bees inside this box and just see what happens. A lot of bees sitting on top just fanning. I don't know where the queen is. When I dumped these bees in that box, I used a queen excluder and an extra box and all that garb. And then just walked off and left them. Have the entrance reduced. And it is a lot of bees. I'm hoping tonight they'll eventually just go in there and get along. But we'll see. It's hot right now. It's 100 degrees. And they're just in the shade a little bit there, just hanging out. So we'll see what they do. A lot of fanning, but I didn't see a queen anywhere. So we'll see what happens.